Welcome back to our architecture channel. Today, we're diving into one of Frank Lloyd Wright's fascinating Usonian designs, the Sidney Bazett House. Built in 1939, this house reflects Wright's philosophy of creating affordable, functional homes that connect seamlessly with their surroundings. In this video, we'll explore the evolution of the project from the first concept to the final design, highlighting the unique architectural solutions Wright employed. We'll also take a closer look at how this house perfectly balances interior spaces with the natural environment. Let's get started. In the late 1930s, Frank Lloyd Wright was deeply engaged in developing his concept of Usonian houses, an innovative approach to designing homes that were affordable, practical, and closely tied to nature. This period followed the Great Depression, when there was a growing demand for affordable housing. Wright responded with designs that focused on simplicity, efficiency, and a harmonious connection between the interior and exterior spaces. Frank Lloyd Wright's initial concept for the Sidney Bazett House followed his Usonian principles, yet it included some unique elements that later evolved into the second and final design. The first design proposal was focused on creating a compact and efficient structure, in line with Wright's goals of affordability and functionality for middle-class families. The house was envisioned with a strong horizontal emphasis, characteristic of Wright's style, and a clear separation between public and private spaces. In the first design, Wright envisioned a centralized living area as the heart of the home, where most of the daily activities would take place. The bedrooms were designed to be smaller and more defined, giving a sense of privacy for the family. He also incorporated large windows and glass doors to flood the interior with natural light and create a strong connection between the indoors and the surrounding landscape. The design featured flat roofs, which gave the house a low, horizontal profile, allowing it to blend seamlessly with its environment. There were several reasons why Wright decided to modify his original design. First, client feedback played a big role. Sidney Bazett, the client, requested some adjustments to better fit his family's needs and lifestyle. While the first design was beautiful, it needed to be more practical for everyday living. Second, the site itself presented some challenges. The house was to be built on a sloping site in Hillsborough, California, and the first design didn't fully take advantage of the terrain. Wright had to rethink how the house could better integrate with the slope, not only to optimize the views but also to create a more seamless connection between the indoors and outdoors. Finally, there were budget considerations. As part of Wright's Usonian philosophy, the house was meant to be affordable, but some elements in the first design could have driven up the costs. Wright took another look at the materials and structural details to make sure the project stayed within budget without sacrificing his vision. In the second and final design, Wright made some key improvements that addressed the challenges of the first scheme. First, he optimized the space. He refined the layout to make better use of the available areas, creating smoother transitions between the living, dining, and kitchen spaces, which made the home feel more open and connected. Next, there was a major focus on site integration. The new design embraced the natural slope of the site, elevating the main living areas to take full advantage of the views and creating a stronger connection between the indoors and the outdoor landscape. Lastly, Wright made sure to simplify the construction techniques. To keep the project within budget, he streamlined some of the details, focusing on more affordable materials like brick and wood. Even with these changes, he maintained the essence of his Usonian approach with simple, elegant designs, flat roofs, and open floor plans. In the second design, Wright introduced some key innovations that really enhanced the overall experience of the house. One of the most important changes was the open-plan living. He created a more open, flowing layout by removing unnecessary walls and barriers. This made the space feel more flexible and communal, perfect for family life. Another big innovation was the integration with nature. Wright added larger windows and strategically placed openings that perfectly framed the views of the surrounding landscape. This reinforced his philosophy of blending the architecture with the natural environment, making the house feel like an extension of the outdoors. And finally, he focused on maximizing natural light. By expanding the use of glass elements, the second design allowed more light to flood into the interior, creating a much brighter and more welcoming atmosphere inside the home. Talking about the project layout. When we look at the first project, the layout was much more rigid. The interior spaces were clearly separated by walls, with the bedrooms being more isolated from the rest of the house. The common areas, like the living room and dining room, were distinctly divided, which, while functional, didn't have the fluidity we often associate with Wright's later Usonian homes. However, in the second project, Wright made significant changes by removing many of these internal barriers. He introduced an open-plan layout where the living room, dining room, and kitchen flowed seamlessly together. This change not only optimized the use of space but also encouraged more interaction within the family, creating flexible, multifunctional areas. The central living area became the heart of the home, with smoother transitions to the private spaces, like the bedrooms, making the house feel more open and connected. In the first project, the space organization followed a more traditional approach, with a clearer separation between the public and private areas. While this created distinct zones within the home, it also resulted in a less efficient use of space overall. In the second project, Wright took a more innovative approach to space optimization. He refined the layout by opening up the common areas and reducing physical barriers between rooms. This created a much greater sense of spaciousness without needing to increase the overall footprint of the house. The spaces flowed more freely, which not only improved the feeling of openness but also enhanced the ventilation and natural light throughout the home, making it a more comfortable and efficient living space. The Sidney Bazett House is a perfect example of Frank Lloyd Wright's Usonian architecture, designed to blend seamlessly with its natural surroundings. The house's low horizontal profile and flat roof lines help it integrate into the landscape, while large windows and glass doors create a strong connection between the indoor spaces and the exterior. In the second design, Wright embraced the sloping site, elevating the living areas to maximize the views and create a more open, flowing layout that reflects his vision of harmony between architecture and nature. In conclusion, the Sidney Bazett House reflects Frank Lloyd Wright's deep commitment to designing homes that integrate seamlessly with their surroundings while offering practical and innovative solutions for modern living. Through the evolution from the first to the second design, Wright optimized the layout, enhanced the connection with nature, and simplified construction techniques, staying true to his Usonian ideals. This house stands as a testament to Wright's ability to create beautiful, functional spaces that still inspire architects today. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to exploring more of Wright's incredible work together on our architecture channel.